I head up smart operations and customer service for British Gas, so clearly I echo everything Zara said about consumer engagement, and customers for me are absolutely key in all of this. Smart meters consume my world, certainly my working world, but I'm going to talk a little bit more widely today around smart homes and really partnering and even sort of smart ecosystem and sort of the bigger picture really for smart meters as well as just the smart meters. And I guess a bit about how we see the fabric of British homes and the fabric and infrastructure of British homes changing over the next 5 to 10 years. And I guess we talk about the Green Deal and other bits as well. And really how consumer engagement needs to change through that period to support that the change of British homes. And I guess it's not just about partnering with traditional utility players. So yes, they're still really, really important, but there's going to be a shift with the sort of partners that we work with. And I guess a move towards more technology partners and different home service providers. And really just to build on again what Zara said, it's about partnering with our customers, about building the trust, about providing transparency of data, and really you're moving toward more of an advice-based service rather than a kind of reactive help me sort out my problem sort of service. So, it's a big rollout, this. Just to kind of put it in context, it's going to be a massive change for the industry and for our customers, and really about 6 to 8 years to do it. Not very long at all, really. Obviously, we've gone quite early. We've had a go-early strategy at British Gas, and we already have smart meters in over 200,000 of our customer homes, but still that's a tiny percentage of British Gas customers. I think we're on about 1.5%. So still quite a way to go to do that. And at the same time that we're doing this rollout, we have what we call the energy trilemma going on, so security of supply, and obviously that's really, really important for the network providers. Affordability, where green used to be quite widely talked about with customers and their engagement, affordability with the recession has really taken over to some extent. But carbon reduction is still key, and I'm not going to use the D because I might not be able to say it either, so let's stick with carbon reduction. And at the same time, smart meters are rolling out. We've got the increased usage of smartphones. I bet everybody here has got some kind of smartphone now. And fast broadband. And all of this really needs to be integrated with other products and appliances to form this new world of the smart home. And Zara talked about her customers, her children, living in this new world that we just wouldn't recognise if we go back sort of to our childhood, or certainly me and maybe most of you as well. And some customers will engage with this new technology, and some won't. Some will just stick with the smart meter and be happy that it shows them their usage in pounds and pence, and that's enough for them. Others will go all the way and want everything to be integrated and full singing and dancing. So what do we really mean by a smart home? Well, when we started talking about the smart home in British Gas, we had a picture which showed pretty much a Huff house. It was all, this modern, fabulous house of the future that everyone was going to live in with everything automated. But clearly that's not the case. For most of us, the smart home will be a retrofit. It will be the standard terrace, the sort of poor quality of housing that we talk about in Britain right now. And everything will be fitted afterwards. And some will just stick with, maybe we'll move into insulation of loft, and a smart meter might be all they go. And for others, they will have the microgen, the intelligent appliances, the electric vehicles, and all the rest. But for everyone, smart metering, and I guess broadband, fast broadband, will be the core of the smart home. And I guess it doesn't really stop there, does it? Because really, with the new technology, we'll also start to be able to control our homes remotely through our iPads and our laptops, and we'll be able to charge our EVs remotely and all the different bits. Last week I had a new trial, sort of remote heating control fitted in my house, and now I can turn the heating down from I haven't got an iPhone actually, so it's from my iPad, but so when my husband's in on his own and I think he's got the temperature far too hot, I can just turn him down, which is going to be great, that feeling of power for me, which he's going to absolutely hate. But these things are new and it's quite exciting, and for customers, they just want everything to be integrated, everything to be simple, and everything to meet their individual needs. And I think that's the difference. It's got to be about meeting individual needs of customers. So clearly, this means isn't really the world of the traditional utility company, and certainly not where we were quite a few years ago. And whilst we have brought some stuff in-house, we've decided to bring our metering operations in-house, and where it's strategic, we will do that. Clearly, collaboration and partnering is really going to be key. And some of these will be tactical, short-term partners to get us up and running in a new area, and some will be more strategic. And some will be more traditional, like the meter providers, so Landis & Gyr and Ulster, and PayPoint that we use for infrastructure. And some will be very, very new types of partners for the utility industry. So, Alert Me is a new one for us. We're working with the electric vehicle providers, which is very new for British Gas. And that needs new skills, from partner identification and technology sourcing and scanning the market for new technology. And most of all, it needs partnership management skills and relationship building skills. It's quite a different model for the utility industry as we move forward. But really, for us, and Zara talked about this too, smart metering and customer engagement and customers are at the core of our rollout and our strategy for smart homes. For some, the journey will start and end with a smart meter. For others, it will go on to smart appliances and energy efficiency, advice and microgen, etc. But really, it's the consumer engagement at the initial period with the smart meters that is absolutely key. Customers are wanting things to be more simple, more personalised, more integrated, and they also want the social dimension to all this. So they're sort of going to ask the sort of questions are, how can I compare my performance to other people? What are other people doing to save energy? Can I switch my heating on remotely? What's the battery level of my electric vehicle? And can I charge it from behind my desk? Did I leave my hair straighteners on? Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I'm looking around the room. It probably isn't many of us, actually, in this room. Can I buy credit for my prepayment meter from my iPad? Am I on track with my energy consumption this month? What's my bill going to be? And what can I do to save money? It's quite different types of requirements than the, my bill's wrong, it's estimated, send me a new one. But awareness is really, really low. I think a recent usage study showed that less than half really know what a smart meter is. So many people come up to me in conferences like this or other environments and say, I've got a smart meter, but they haven't. They've got a clip-on, a sort of energy smart type device. Less than 35% of customers actually have no idea. They have no idea what a smart meter is at all. And this kind of vacuum of information that is existing in the media right now without a coordinated approach is actually letting negative messages come into the space rather than positive messages around smart meter. And smart's really, really positive. Our customers are benefiting now, and just, even at the basics of it, there's accurate billing, you don't need meter readers, you get real-time usage on your in-home display in pounds and pence, and no surprises for your next bill. So even at its very, very basic, it's really, really positive, but those positive messages are just not getting out there in the media and in the industry. So as I say, we have over 200,000 customers with smart meters, and we're getting some really good insight into what they like, what they don't like. We've done over 20,000 customer interviews, about 50 focus groups, and lots of other research. And just to pick on what Zara talked about, complaints, we're already getting really great satisfaction scores from our customers with smart meters, and our complaint levels for customers with smart meters are less than half they are with customers with standard meters, which is pretty significant. And that's already. So just in terms of some of the kind of interesting stats, 81% of customers actually want to go further and have itemized billing at appliance level. So they really want to understand what appliances in their home are using what amount of energy. 83% want us to provide more energy-saving advice. They see that as part of the role of an energy supplier. 73% say smart meters have made them think more about their energy usage and how they use it and wanting to save money. 48% says they engage with their smart energy monitor on a daily basis. And 51% still use it in 6 months. We know some customers use it for the first few months and then put it in a drawer, but most don't, which is great. And 71% like the traffic light system they see on the in-home display. And I know some of our elderly customers use it almost as a safety device in that before they go to bed, they check to make sure their monitor is showing green so that they know they've switched off most of their big appliances. So it's not just about usage, it's also about safety. And with reassurance, and this is quite interesting, 94% of customers say they have no concerns around data collection, because obviously that is one of the areas that you see in the media as being a concern area. So engagement is key, and it's engagement at every point of the journey, from pre-install and just general awareness through the installation, and that's why we've brought our meter operation, meter installers in-house, so that we can really make sure we give the customers proper engagement and information at the install point. And then through post-install and on to energy usage and advice. And we've spent quite a bit of time and money working with the media around selling us positive messages. But as Zara said it before, we're not always trusted as the message provider. So we need others to get involved as well. It needs to come from across the industry and from all the partners and everybody involved in Smart and who has an interest in being it a really successful rollout. Customers should be excited about smart meters. And I think it's an interesting one. I was talking to some of the people that schedule the smart meter installs in our business. And we were talking about interesting, should the customer just be happy to have a smart meter? So if someone rings them up and says, you're due to change your meter and you're up for a smart meter, is that okay? Should they just be, yeah, that's fine, like they would be now with a standard meter? Or should they be actually saying to us, that's great, brilliant, I'm one of the first to get one? And I guess I would love us to be at that point. We're probably not right now. Some customers are. And I think we're actually over at the Ideal Home this week. We've been there for the last couple of weeks. And when we explain to customers about smart meters, people want to sign up there and then. But right now, we can't fulfill all those requirements. We're still changing the sort of older gas meters. But that's the point we want to get to, that people are actually saying, great, when can I get one? I want one now. So I guess in terms of partnership, we really need to have the synergy and integration and alignment. It's going to be absolutely critical. And it needs to be across all the partners in the industry and all the players, whether it's for the supply business or the distribution business and generators. And really it's around, agreeing some of the common technology specifications. Let's get going with the industry policy and finalise it. It seems to be taking a while, and for us with the Go Early strategy, we just want to get there. And let's all share this positive messaging around smart, not just from suppliers, but from everybody in the industry and our partners. So I guess in summary, success of the smart meter rollout really does need successful partnerships, collaboration, and customer engagement. It's absolutely critical. Our customers right now who've got smart are seeing the benefits and really like them. And we need to get this message across. And I guess everybody in this room, by the fact that you're here, I guess you have an interest in smart metering rollout. And therefore we all have a responsibility to deliver this over the timescales that we've been set and really prove that it's good for our customers and good for the economy, good for Britain, and good for our industry to show that we can do this. Thank you.